You're on. So anyway, I didn't show these hubcaps being removed, but you really want to get down in there ways and kind of get down around the wires and where it's hooked on, and you can break them. There we go. You know, you want to try to get down into these areas, because I'll tell you, some of this is pretty flimsy. I've never broke one yet, but I'm not saying it can't happen. And we do have a jack stand underneath it. Safety first, as they say. Yeah, that one's going to get stuck in the socket. Yeah. Loosen this old girl up. And these come off easy compared to the aluminum ribs. The aluminum ribs that used to be on their old Subaru sucked. Although they did look better. But they were a bear to get off. Yeah, look at that rust. That's just from today. Crazy. So anyway, these are pretty straightforward. You got a 14mm on your caliper itself. Give it a little tap. You don't have to worry about your bleeder screw. You shouldn't have to be into that. Of course, you know, we're changing these and everything's going pretty good. Just a new vehicle. When you got to start putting heat to stuff, that's when it really gets bad. But this one here ain't bad. I've been into it before. I got never sees on these bolts from last time. And basically, the front isn't wore out, but it shakes terrible. And it's not from the torque being off. What happens is, these set, because Carol only uses this maybe once a month. And when she does that, the rotor will get a big rust spot under the pads. Come on, she'll pry it off of that. There we go. As you can see, I'll get one of these out, or I can take it all off either. You know, we're going to change these, but there isn't a thing wrong with them. Not even more out. But, like I say, it does shake, and get them out of the way makes it easy to get the next piece off. And the back on this, which I'll show you where they are, is right here. There's one down bottom, which is, if I can get my finger in there, we'll set that caliper up out of the way. Yeah, it's right here. I take them two off. And that'll get your caliper frame off. And get them loosened up a little bit, and then they'll come right out easy. Oh, wrong piece here. Turn this one. It isn't loose yet. There we go. Oh yeah. Take them two out, and this brake shoe holder and caliper holder will come right off. And you know, all these pins here are supposed to be nice and free. If they're not, then you got to pop these rubbers off, pull these out, clean up all the holes, and put grease in them and get stuff back together. But these are in good shape. Take off these stainless steel pieces, and we got to head to the shop and we are going to needle scale these grooves. So that's our next project. Yeah, we're back down the shop again here. We're going to needle scale this. Put my earmuffs on here. And Carol's going to come in and hold the camera. But what we're going to needle scale, if you haven't seen the other video, is all the crap that's right in here, where that stainless steel piece goes. That has to be good and clean. Right in them places right there. So when she gets back, we are going to needle scale that. So anyway. Good. Yeah, that cleans them right up pretty good. Both sides. Clean enough anyway. So we got back from needle scaling, and these two birds here, they set in like so. Just push in. Pay attention. There we go. He has got to go in. So anyway, that's all set. And then, as you can see, I already put the rotor on. Nothing needs to be done there for explanation. It's pretty self-explanatory. So anyway, these drop right in the holes. Hold that spring out of the way. And that should set right in there just like that. And sometimes they go in that easy, and sometimes you have to fight with them. But anyway, we'll see how this one goes. I always want to start with that end because you can stick it in there and compress it. Like that. And come down to the other end. You kind of got to reach in with your finger and pull that piece there down just a little bit. Just on the bottom. And that should, yeah, that's how that's supposed to go. So then, that should slide it in there like that. Sometimes you got to hold your knee on that rotor to get it in 100% where it goes. Yeah, that outer one just popped out, but that's alright, I'll get it in a minute. You can pop that in anytime. It's that inside one you want to have on before you put this piece on, because that back one you can't get in there. Well, I shouldn't say can't, but it's awful difficult to. So anyway, well, the problem was I had this little clip here on the back side of the noisemaker. I don't know if it's on. Oh, yeah, it's on. So anyway, that was my problem. Once I got down there where I could look. Beautiful. Those are both in where they belong. Now what you do is get your caliper back out here gently. And we'll set that right up here where we can see. And we'll put a used pad on it. And these here, you just turn them slow. and they will go right back in. Of course, the backs don't do that. You got to unscrew that, screw that puck in there. But that one's in. These ones with a dual piston, you kind of got to play with them. And don't go too fast on the second side because you'll push the first side out. Got to let it get a chance to get back into the master cylinder. Beautiful. And push that in, push that pin down there in. Come on, I know that'll go in. There we go. So, see if we can pick this up enough. There we go. All I need to do is find the other bolt. There we go. There she goes. So the big bolts in there are 17 millimeter, and these small ones are 14. If I can find it again. That's all there is to it. Make sure when you go to drive it that before you put it in gear and go, you step on the brakes a couple times. Take up all of your space that we've created. And all we have to do is put the tire on and torque it. I believe the book says 89 pounds, foot-pounds, which I got to go get the torque wrench. So, anyway, hope that'll help you folks that haven't done it before. These are kind of a pain in the ass, these things. The back is actually easier. But, yeah, and that should, that should move. If it does, that means everything in your slides are working good. But that space you have to take up with that one push on the brake, maybe two, before you put it in gear. Otherwise, you could go through your garage door. So anyway, don't hesitate to subscribe if you like it. Hit the like button. Talk to you later.